Oh my gosh, I think we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 83 of Next Gen Newsweek. My name is Mitch. Joining me, as always, Richard,
Hello.
Steven,
Yo,
Michael,
Meowdy.
nice.
and Chase.
Hello, hello.
All right, so we didn't record last week because, schedules and everything, and I had a job interview. It was great. Anyway, couldn't make the show. So we have a lot of stuff we're going to end up talking about that kind of broke last week, and then the Harry Potter's Hogwarts Legacy State of Play that happened, and some other stuff. But before we get into all that, I want to tell you about some new help supporting Ukraine bundles, because the one we had posted up for who was doing that one, it was Itch.io. That one's over. So now we have one for Humble Bundle, which theirs is a minimum $40 donation, but with that you get access to over 100 Steam games, a bunch of ebooks, 3D models, Game Maker courses, including Game Maker Studio 2, which I didn't know even existed. Richard, did you know that existed?
I did, but I don't want to short sell it. It is a good thing, but no, just get it.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah. But anyway, just some of the games they have in there. The Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Back for Blood, Fable Anniversary, Metro Exodus. There's, like I said, over 100. And these are actual Steam games. They're not like the itch.io ones where it's got like its own launcher, or you download them directly to the store or directly to your computer. And also, if you play Fortnite, which we'll be talking a little bit more about that later, but all the proceeds that you... everything you buy from the Epic Store, or if you buy things through Xbox in regards to Fortnite, 100% of the proceeds from that is going to go to supporting Ukraine also. But before we talk about the news, let's talk about what everyone's been playing. Steven, let's start with you.
Oh man, I played a boatload of Legend of Arceus. Rolled the credits on that, got everything done on that. Now that's gonna be collecting dust. I think that's the first Pokemon game I've beaten in a long time. It's been 5-6 years. Let's see. Got to play a little bit of Elden Ring. Not on my console. I played over somebody else's house. I like it so far. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Other than that, it's really just been music.
Nice. Chase, you have beaten the Elden Ring. Have you
I have
platinumed the Elden Ring?
I'm actually very close.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there's 3 trophies left. So,
How many hours do you think that's gonna take you?
I'm at 124 hours of my gameplay right now. But yeah, I'm in New Game Plus right now.
Chase,
Going
I'm
through
pretty
it.
sure you don't sleep. I'm pretty sure you're just like...
I don't sleep that much. Yeah.
Oh, it's the time turner. We've already
Yeah.
there's a trophy for each ending, and there's 3 endings, so you're looking at least 3 playthroughs. I think that's the bulk of the time there.
Mm-hmm.
Could you not? I know that there's like the point of no return kind of thing. So could you not just like hard save right before that and then just split up?
Yeah, you can. You can do that. Yeah. So I may be doing that, but I may be doing 3 playthroughs. I don't know.
It's called save scumming.
Well, the good thing
I'm having
is
a lot of fun with it.
the good thing is that obviously with New Game Plus, like all the enemies are going to get more difficult, but you get to carry your levels and your gear and everything over with you, except for like some minor stuff. So you pretty much could like right before you New Game Plus it, just go respec your character for whatever you want to go do, and then just go run through as a new character.
Yeah, that's basically what I did. So
yeah.
The first few bosses were just pushovers because I already knew all their movements, and I'm like, I'm leveled up, I have everything, all the in game stuff already. So it's the first few characters have been pretty tough, and then some of the later bosses have been a little challenging, but I'm making it through it.
I was about to say, once I don't think a playthrough is that long. I mean, I think you already seen some of the speed runs, so once you know what you're doing, the other 2 shouldn't be that long.
No, it's definitely like I don't need to explore every ruin. I don't need to explore every catacomb. Yeah, like I've already done all that on my first playthrough. So
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Michael, what have you been playing?
Been doing a lot more mobile gaming. So I got back into Grand Summoners. Luckily, I haven't dumped any money back into that yet. Duel Masters for Yu-Gi-Oh. Actually updated Apex so I could get all my skins on. I need to seriously play that though. But other than yeah, a little bit of the new Fortnite, which has really great, solid gameplay. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Michael sent me a message the other day. So I stayed up to like 2:30 in the morning playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I was like, good. Good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Richard, anything? I mean, I know you've been playing Elden Ring also. What else have you been playing?
Elder Scrolls Online.
If it has the
That's
word
about
Elder in it, he's in.
They had an event, and then I had some drama. I almost quit. I'm still kind of bitter about it. I got kicked out of my guild, so
What?
Came bitter about
I
it?
did, and it's so horrible. This is not much of a segue, but there was an update recently, and it caused a glitch with the voiceover stuff. And one afternoon, I was in. You guys aren't gonna know what I'm talking about, but I was in Vivek City in Vardenfell, which is a really popular little commerce spot that's got crafting stations and stuff. Tons of people congregate there. And everybody knows, like, well, I guess not everybody, but if you have one or if you've held one, you know that you don't have to have a headset to do voice chat anymore. You've got a little speaker and mic right there at the base of the remote. So they did the update, and I didn't know that I was in local chat and guild chat at the same time. I didn't even know that was possible. But I was. I wasn't talking to anybody. I didn't even realize there was anyone in guild chat. Someone in local chat began to, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know if they were playing it intentionally. I don't know if they were playing Elder Scrolls and they were like, I need to jack off really quick. But all of a sudden, you could hear what was definitely adult video.
Oh, no.
And it came out of my remote, got picked up by my mic, and then someone in guild chat was like, oh my God, he's watching porn. And then all of a sudden, I'm kicked out of the guild.
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
I send a message to Hope, and she runs the guild, and I'm like, look, let me explain what happened. And then she come back with me and said that there was no way to confirm my side of the story, which I'm going to be honest, that really pissed me off.
Well, then
Because there's
confirm their side of the story.
there's no sides to this. There's just what happened.
Mhm.
So I may have been a little sarcastic in my response to her. But yeah, that ship has sailed. So
Oh man.
I've had to find a new guild, and I'm still kind of pissed about it. But
I think it's time for you just to start your own guild.
well, I have, but I can't really push it yet because of what it's based off of. So
ElderScrolls.com/board game renovations.
no. Well, okay,
What
kind of
kind of
sort
porno
of.
was it? I mean, like, was it like hentai or?
I don't
you
know.
know?
All you could hear was what sounded like a female voice and what sounded like a male voice, and they were like really close to the point of no return, is what I heard. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe some dude and his girl, while he was playing online, decided to just go at it. I don't know. I know what happened.
Along with
And-
the Bow Chicka Wow Wow music in the background.
But what's crazy is that, I'm with the guild almost 2 years. When I came back this last time, they had become so large, like with the traders, they had like, you got to pay like 20,000 in gold a month, like in dues. I was paying my dues, like literally, this just came out of the blue. And she's like, nope, can't do it. And what's even worse is she said she believed me, but she had people that she had to protect. I don't know who the hell she's talking about because it's
It's
an
a
18 up
video
guild.
game. It is a
So-
video game.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm pretty damn salty about it, but I'll get over it. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So
Some people just take this shit too seriously.
Yeah. My guild, the next expansion that's coming this summer, the Brett Nile, is introducing a collectible card game to Elder Scrolls Online. So I've already, it's the name of the card game is Trials of Tribute. And I knew that as soon as it launched, everybody was going to jump on that and like make guilds around the card game. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the name now before it's taken. So yeah, I've already got the guild, but I'm not really pushing it because we can't play cards yet. So, but I've got it for when it drops. So
you're not a successful game if you don't have a spin-off card game within your own game.
Oh yeah,
that's just fact.
Gotta have that.
Point. Man. I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm a little fatigued with Elden Ring. Every time I'm like, man, I'm getting sucked into this game again, and then I will progress a little bit, and then another area will open up, and I'm just like, oh my god, this game just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just kind of getting annoying. Like I just got to the Volcano Manor. Like, dude, I mean, and so far it doesn't seem like it's a massive. It's not like a gigantic legacy dungeon. I don't think it might be, but I was like, there's that, and then you can't go online without seeing Elden Ring spoilers at this point. So I just kind of embraced it, and I know there's like a snowy area that I've never been to. I was like, oh my god, just
what?
Yeah,
I've not been to it's weird. I've not been to a snowy area either, but I feel like I'm close to the end.
Well, what happened was I got to the Citadel, and then I found out that that's like end game area, and then I was like, there's still like 2 more of the great runes that I haven't even found, and I'm just like, so obviously I'm not at the end game, so I need to just stay away from this place, and that's why I'm getting my ass kicked so bad. Even though I level grinded, I'm like a level 120, I'm still getting my ass kicked. So it's like, I'll just come back later. And then that's when I found Volcano Manor, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Why can't it just be, just hand me the runes. Just hand me the runes. But I mean, I haven't talked about it on the show, but I was in Elden Ring, which is kind of like another Souls game. If you're playing with your game connected to the internet, you will see like these apparitions of other other players, and like what they've done whenever you just bouncing around or whatever, and you'll see like their blood stains, and you can see how they died and everything. I was following this quest line, and it ended up taking me to a very late area in the game, and I stumbled upon like a back way to get into this dungeon. Boss doors like pretty close to where I got pulled into this portal at. So I was like, I'm just going to go challenge the boss, whatever. Not going to worry about it if I die. So I go through there, I die, obviously, and I respawn. And then I see this apparition, and it's jumping on these pillars. And I was like, oh, maybe there's like some hidden item over there. So I go chasing after it. And then the apparition just jumps into the boss arena. So I jumped into the boss arena too. And since I didn't go through the door, the boss just stood still. Like, he didn't move. And so I was able to get a free kill on a boss. And
nice.
Yeah. It's the Bloodlord Mog. Chase, you probably encountered him. I assume you've encountered him. But I don't know if anyone else has. But yeah, so I just got a free kill on him, and I got enough runes to level up 40 times. So yeah, I'm still
best type of cheese right there.
Still under-leveled.
Best type of cheese right there.
I know.
I think I'm level 55 right now.
Wow.
Richard is the embodiment of Dora the Explorer in Elden Ring. He's just taking his time.
Well, that was the thing is like I spent like the first 2 areas of the map. Like I rarely even got on my horse at all. Like I was having fun just like exploring everything.
Yeah, you got trophies though. You got to find like all the legendary armaments. You got to find all the legendary ashes. So you got to like literally kick over every stone.
I will probably, if I decide to end up platinuming that game and make it my first platinum, I will probably just use a guide to help, because I don't have time to be just kicking over rocks and.
No, like I got about at least I beat the game at around like 110 hours. And then like I went back and looked. I was like, okay, I missed this area completely. Like there were like huge areas that I didn't even know that existed because they're like tied to like a quest line, and you got to warp into them. And so, I mean, there's a lot to this game. But it's a lot of fun.
There was one
like once you get your builds going on, then you're having a lot of fun with it.
There was one area where it's like south of the main area, and there's like a little fort at the very end of it, and you'll come across this girl, and she'll like, hey, I need you to help me get my dad out of the castle. And then so I go, and she gives him a letter or whatever. So I go and I give him the letter, and he won't leave. And he said, the only way I'm leaving here is if I die. And I was like, oh, so was that you telling me I need to kill you? So I initiated a fight with this NPC, which is rule number 1 of things you don't do in Souls games, because all the NPCs are like stupid overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh no, I thought you were going somewhere else with that. They're usually tied to like a bigger picture thing.
Well, as far as I know, I've not seen anything where no one's talking about this character. So I was like, whatever. So anyway, I hit him, and then he just starts buffing up. He pulls his sword out and points it towards the sky, and then like this holy light comes off of it, and then he just explodes a giant ball of energy off of him, like he went Super Saiyan on me. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go now. And so I just left. So I gave him the letter, whatever. So I go back to go talk to that girl, and she is just murdered on the side of the road.
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, she's got like this giant spear in her chest, just dead. And you walk up to her, and it just says, "She's dead." I was like, yeah, clearly she's dead.
I hadn't gathered, Dora.
So there is a lot of stuff though, but yeah, I went on this really long side quest. I fought a scorpion nether demon or something, and from the astral plane, and then that's about as far as I've gotten into that. And and I had to take a break. I'm like, I gotta take a break, and now I'm sitting here thinking, damn, I just want to go play Elden Ring again. Oh man. All right, let's talk about some news. There is some cool stuff that happened this week. We're going to start with Sony making another acquisition for a studio that's never made a game, which is Haven Studios. This was just broke the other day, so I'm reading off the PlayStation blog here. But they Jade Raymond, who I believe she's the studio head. She used to work for Google Stadia, and now she's making a live service game for PlayStation. But there's no like word about what it is or anything. It's just happening. But the concept is that they're just going to be making like a service game where they're going to constantly just keep updating the same world, kind of like in a Destiny type of way. I don't know. Since it's just a AAA multiplayer experience, do you guys have any like ideas like what you would like to see? Like if you were looking at just a PlayStation open world game where the goal is to bring as many people into it as possible, what would you like to see in that type of setting?
Anthem
2.
What I want.
Man. I think what is that other game? It's that game that they showed off at E3 last year that's got like the really
I'm
chibi,
kind of excited about it.
The chibi characters. That's like I can't remember what it was called. But it was like every time they showed it, it was like a K-pop music video, but it was actually like an open world, like anime looking game, but it was actually like about Pokemon or something. Do y'all remember what I'm talking about?
I remember it, but I don't remember what it was.
Like that game seems like the right direction where I would, because I think that's an open world game too. So I think that would be like, or a shared world universe kind of game. But I would like to see if more games tackle that, where there's like this gigantic city, and then every players just jump into it, kind of like the movie Free Guy, I guess, or Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah.
To a lesser extent, I think games like that work really well. But God, it's going to have so many microtransactions, and it's going to be ridiculous. In another bit of small news, the Nintendo Switch got its 14th update, and they finally added folders to the game, to the home screen, which a lot of people are really excited about that. I never really saw the purpose for having folders, but I guess are any of y'all excited that there are folders on your Switch now?
No,
not really. The only thing I can see a folder working for is for the sake of syncing up your games with your SD cards. I know um, I got a friend that I used to work with, and he's got hundreds of games, and he's got it listed on the little box that the SD card comes in. He's wrote down what all is on the SD card, so just to sync it up with the actual SD card, so you don't have to go looking for it. That's really the only thing, and it's not even worth a mention on Nintendo.
Yeah. You're allowed to have like up to I think 100 folders, and you can put like 200 games in each of them, and you can put multiple games in multiple folders. So you have like a Kirby one, or you could have one. These are all games for representing characters in Smash, or you could do whatever you want to. But I guess it's
Wait, there's not that many games out on the Switch to have that much folder capacity, is it?
there's like
There's a lot of
10,000
games.
games on the Switch.
Is it really?
But
Yeah.
I'm counting indie games too. So I mean, like you could have like a Devolver Digital folder and I don't know, a Toby Fox folder. Just stuff like that. You could just separate and make it a little easier to find them, which I think it's cool. But where are the themes? Like, I just want a Zelda theme for my Switch. Just
Yeah.
something, please.
I
If they have to
can
change
see
the whole
some,
interface for that.
some of the hacking community making some explorations with this. I feel like this will maybe break the Switch.
Well, I
We'll
mean,
see.
they've already had folders on the hack Switch, like and custom themes. So
Oh. Well, see, shows what I know about the hacking scene.
yeah, they've really broken the Switch like wide open with the amount of stuff that you can do in it. I remember one of the things that somebody was talking about the other day, because they just dropped all those new tracks in Mario Kart 8, and there was something about Wario's ass getting removed or something, and they like nerfed his ass because he didn't have like his gigantic bubble ass anymore, and somebody went in and modded it but made it 3 times bigger. Like, whatever. Which, speaking of, I was like, somebody I think in our work chat shared it this morning, but there's a mod, or people have already started modding characters into Elden Ring, and it showed the main character playing as Homer Simpson, and all of the goats were Sonic the Hedgehog. So when when the goats they get scared, they like roll up in a ball and they just roll away, and it was just Sonic. And then the tree sentinel at the beginning of the game was Shrek riding Donkey. And I was like, good God. Like, I want to get that game again on PC just so I can play with mods. That just sounds fantastic. All right, let's jump to some 80s nostalgia, since we have Richard the Ghostbuster here. Because we had Ghostbusters.
Still old.
Smidge. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, which is a new 4v1 asymmetrical multiplayer game by the people that made Friday the 13th. So it's going to be four Ghostbusters versus a ghost, coming out on everything except for Switch in the last quarter of this year. And Dan Aykroyd's Ray Stantz and Ernie Hudson's Winston Zeddemore, or Zeddemore, I don't know how it's pronounced. Anyway, they're returning with their own, or lending their voices to the game. So, Richard, are you excited to play some 4v1 Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I love when they take something I love, like Ghostbusters, and they combine it with something I hate, like interacting with other living people in a video game. So, no, I'm not. If it was anything else, I would be totally into it. But it's a pet peeve of mine. I think we've talked about it before. I see video games as a sort of escape. And I can't escape if I'm having to deal with other living people because they're imperfect. I'll reference our last conversation with Elder Scrolls about what happened. So, there's a human error that is so abundant, and I don't know. Aside from that, I'll probably check it out. But when it comes to like Friday the 13th or like even Dead by Daylight. So much of gaming to me is like, the story building and, what it adds to lore and stuff like that. And when you consider games like that, you're not really creating any kind of a story. You're just creating a singular instance of something. And unfortunately, that gets that gets really boring for me really quick. It's the same thing with like fighting games, like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. You know, I lose interest in those singular instances so quick. But I mean, you know, it does look good. You know, they got some voice talent in it, and I do believe there is like a solo option, but it's probably going to be like something garbage, like the solo option for the Friday the 13th game. So
this says while the game does support solo play offline with or without AI, cross-platform multiplayer will ensure Ghostbusters and Ghosts will be able to play together regardless of which platform. So I mean, mate, you've got the option to play. Just bots.
Pretty interesting, though, is that with or without AI. So what do you do if you're not playing with AI? I don't understand.
Another character.
It's just you.
Do you just walk around?
Yeah, it's just you versus the ghost instead of. It probably got like a level scaling thing where like the more players there are, the more health and damage that the ghost can do, or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I'll check it out. I kind of wish that it was more like a story related thing, but you know.
I mean,
it is what it is. I'm more excited over the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. That looks fucking dope, man. Oh yeah, it's I guess it's the same people. I thought it was the Friday the 13th people. Interesting concept though. It's not 4v1, it's 4v3.
Oh.
So that adds a different kind of dynamic. So you got like, it's based on the original film. You've got the 4 survivors, but then alongside Leatherface, you also have that cringy ass hitchhiker. I don't know if you've seen the 1970 whatever film. And you got like the guy that runs the gas station. So
gotcha.
That definitely makes it different. It, you know, instead of the whole like one, you know, I like that kind of evens the odds.
So Friday the 13th was made by Gun Media and Ilphonic, right?
Okay.
And Gun Media is now doing Texas Chainsaw, and Ilphonic is doing Ghostbusters, but they also are a part of the Evil Dead game. So they're just kind of knocking them all out at once.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. They're like, oh yeah, Friday the 13th, because I loved Friday the 13th, but you know, there was all that crap that happened with legal dispute over who owns the rights to the Jason Voorhees character. They're like, we can't work on this game anymore. And then all of a sudden now there's 3 more 80s horror genres that are just getting their own games, and they're all coming out like around the same time. Which I kind of want to try the Evil Dead game, but that's the only one I've like really spent a lot of time looking into. Was that one? Yeah. Chase, Michael, Steve, anything else to add about Ghostbusters? Excited? Mm-hmm. We have enough people on this podcast where we could play the Ghostbusters game.
That's true.
Wouldn't even have to match make. We just have to get Richard involved. But let him start the guild, though. That way he's in control. We'll let him have it. Our next big story, which a lot of people online are either really for this or really against it. And that is that Fortnite has removed building from the game. Which means you no longer can hide in your fucking skyscrapers, you little untalented kids. And you have to fight me on the ground. And
I believe the term is little pieces of shit.
Yep. Yeah, so they've also added Doctor Strange as a skin that you can get, which means now I'm obligated to buy the Battle Pass since Doctor Strange is my favorite superhero.
Honestly, I'm most excited about his weapon, and he also has an emote to like summon it, and it's just so beautiful.
Yep. I booted the game up this morning because thanks to my new sleep schedule, I get up at the earliest time of 4 a.m. on days that I don't have to work. And I booted it up, and I was going through. I didn't realize that, like, in the game mode section, there's like you could just access all of these different things that like Epic has approved, like different game modes and stuff. And there is a Doctor Who game mode in there, and I was like, okay, I gotta try that. And it was like, oh yeah, you're like on this island, you have to repair the TARDIS or whatever, and then you get in there, and it's like, okay, you can go check out this museum. And I was like, okay, why not? So I go there, and it's really crazy that somebody or a team of people went into Fortnite and said, I want to build a museum for Doctor Who. And it's got like all of these models that are like based on all the different incarnations of the Doctor. They've got all these like different enemies and items or like stuff from the series in there. And it's like somebody probably spent like 3 months making just this, and they don't get anything out of it. They just built it because they felt like it. I'm like, this is crazy. Like I could never just decide, yeah, I'm gonna go build a museum in Doctor Who, because I feel like the majority of people who probably played Fortnite are not Doctor Who fans.
Right? Yeah, no.
But someone had made this really cool model of like a Cyberman, and I was like, if they release that skin in Fortnite, I will buy it. Or if they do like a real Doctor Who collaboration,
Yeah.
I love Doctor Who. I have to give them all my money. Anyway, yeah, they've taken away building. They've made it to where you can actually sprint and mantle over objects. They pretty much turned Fortnite into Apex Legends, because they're trying really hard to compete with that. But the building is only gone for like 10 days, which now it's probably like 5 days now. I actually don't know when it came out. And then they're going to put everything back, which is kind of stupid, or they're just going to make it where...
why'd they do it to begin with? I don't understand.
It's just a story-related
story,
thing. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like when one of the rim maps rebooted, it was like 90% water. So
yeah,
eventually the water, went down.
Their story is like beyond stupid. Like it never makes sense what's going on. Like every time I like check in with it, it's like, oh, the world's ending. Who's in charge of the world ending this time? Oh, it's Dwayne Johnson. Like, okay, and and then now they've got like this. They've tried to build like a canon within the game, and there's some random enemy showed up and she hit a button on her little remote and it made it where nobody could build anymore. It's like, okay.
But I think that they could really benefit from that if they made it to where they split the game mode up to where you can build and can't build. I think it'll bring a lot of Apex people over there, because most of the people that I played Apex with, they say that the only reason they're playing Apex is because they're not a fan of the building in Fortnite. And so Fortnite is where they started, and they just moved on to Apex because the building aspect, it just got too crazy. So they can really benefit from it.
I don't mind the building, but as you know, I'm at that point now where I've gotten old enough to where I can't hit specific button combinations in like 90 miles a second like I probably could 10 years ago. And so, like, if I shoot somebody and they build a skyscraper in front of my face, I'm just going to walk away. Or I'm just going to let them kill me to start over again. But thankfully, since I haven't played Fortnite in so long, I'm getting matched against the worst of the worst players of all time. So, like, for lack of... I'm getting matched with what we just call them taters. Like, I was getting matched with a bunch of taters in there. And half of them are probably bots, but it's... yeah, it's nice, but I'll probably stop playing it again once they put the building back in. But, oh well, it'd be a nice 10. I have 10 days to get to tier 100 of the battle pass and unlock Doctor Strange.
Oh man.
What you can do, thankfully, is like you can, even if you don't own the battle pass, you still get like the stars to progress in it. And so you don't have to buy it until you want to unlock the rewards. So it's like, okay, if I make it to where I want to be, and then I'm like, oh, I could get Doctor Strange now. Then I give them $10 and then I get it. But oh well. I think the biggest story of this week, at least to me it was, other than Hogwarts Legacy, is that a new Witcher game is in development now, which I think was pretty exciting for a lot of people. And it's not using CD Projekt Red's Red Engine. It is using Unreal Engine 5, which there's a lot of promise with that. Chase, are you really excited about a new Witcher game?
I'm very excited, especially to see like if they're switching to Unreal 5 and with current gen consoles and like SSD. If they can do it right, then it's going to be massive and it's going to be beautiful.
Do you want Henry Cavill to play Geralt in this game?
Yes.
Richard, how are you feeling about new Witcher?
Hesitant. I think at the end of Witcher 3, Geralt's story comes to a close. I don't think. I mean, you may come across Geralt. I don't think you'll play as Geralt. I think you'll probably either be another Witcher, or maybe they decide to do something with Ciri, who's I don't really know what canon ending they kind of go with. I guess we would find out. You know, there's a couple of different ways that story ends at the end of Witcher 3. So yeah, I don't think you're Geralt. But I mean, I don't know. I got to see more about it. You know, with Cyberpunk, I'm kind of like, you know, what happened, man? Because, you know, Witcher 3 is probably one of the greatest games ever made. And then they made Cyberpunk. So I don't know what went wrong. I mean, and it's still, I don't know how long they've been working on it. I don't know if they've just started. I don't know how long off this is. You know, this could be years and years. So, I don't know. I'd be more interested in the shit they said they were going to do for Witcher 3 that was supposed to come out last year. I want an update on that. So,
You're talking about like the next gen upgrade?
Yeah, because I'm under the impression that I can play as Henry Cavill in.
Yeah, I think they got pushed back to around the summertime, so hopefully within the next couple of months. Because it was like Q1 was Cyberpunk and Q2 was The Witcher next gen upgrade, which I think that's finally when I'm going to jump in and give it a fair chance because I haven't played The Witcher 3, so another
which
open world
actually
game out of the pile.
He I didn't know it was that much of an issue. He actually put a video out of how to pronounce his last name. I didn't know a lot of people struggled with that.
Who did?
Henry Cavill.
Oh, did people think it was Cavill?
I don't. Well, it rhymes with travel. That's what he said. So
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I guess I've never heard anybody say Henry Cavill, but yeah, it's Cavill.
The new director of this Witcher project, which they just called The Witcher and then they just put a new saga begins. So I think you're right. They probably want Geralt as the main character. But he said that he's 100% against crunch. And they're using, like, I guess they're being supported by Epic Games, especially since they're using Unreal Engine 5. So maybe that's a hint of maybe an acquisition later on down the line.
There's no crunch, which means I get to play this when I retire.
Yep.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they're not going to rush it out the gate and they're going to make sure it's ready, which is, you know, I'd rather wait for another year.
That goes against everything I've ever heard. I have heard from multiple sources in the industry that a game is never ready, it just ships. So
what is the saying? A bad game is bad forever, but a delayed game will be good at some point or something like that. Shigeru Miyamoto, I'm paraphrasing. So, I don't know, it looks exciting. It'd probably be like, for me, like Elden Ring, like, okay, yeah, I've given, like, for example, given Souls games a chance, but never really jumped into one. It's like, oh, The Witcher 3? I mean, I'll probably give it a chance, but, like, when everyone starts playing The Witcher 4, I'll be, like, there.
When I think that the big thing that is, you know, Witcher 3 is a really large game, even when you include the DLC and all that. But then the story is so, like, just it grabs you and holds you, and it's so, like, compelling. You know, it doesn't feel as large. I think the problem with Elden Ring is that even though there's story here, like most Souls games, you've really got to dig for it. So it's hard to connect sometimes, and it makes it feel just that much more vast. I'm looking at the world map now, and I'm seeing this big gray blob I've not even uncovered yet. I'm just like, damn.
Yep.
So.
Before we talk about Hogwarts Legacy, I pulled up the PlayStation blog and I saw the picture for Strangers of Paradise at the top. Did anyone pick up Strangers of Paradise?
Yeah, I went to go get it. I was so close, but then I don't know. I got hesitant and I left. So I don't know.
You drove like 30 minutes into the city just to turn around and go back?
Well, I had other reasons to be there. There were other reasons, but yeah, I don't know. I want to get it, but I may wait. I was going to get it immediately, but no. I'm getting Kirby at the end of the week, so.
Nice. I haven't decided if I'm going to get Kirby or Tiny Tina's Wonderlands right out the gate, especially with everything getting ready to change on my back end, so.
Let me rephrase that.
What are you doing?
Maddie's getting Kirby at the end of the week, not me. So,
gotcha. He got
by proxy, I'm getting it.
They put out the review for it today. It's getting a bunch of 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s.
Nice.
Same with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. All right, let's talk about this Hogwarts Legacy State of Play that happened last week. Everyone get a chance to either watch it or read up about all the stuff that they announced?
I did.
Nice. So, I think this game has it looks like it has some of the most fun combat I've seen, especially out of a game that usually this is like 100% magic, I guess, or even just Harry Potter games in general. Like, the combat looks so fluid. Like, it just shows like him like grabbing a troll or whatever and then just like throwing him at another enemy. It's like, oh god, it's like Bulletstorm.
See the one where he just takes that goblin or whatever and just like smashes him on the ground like repeatedly, like.
Oh my gosh, yeah, but my only question is like, is there going to be multiplayer with this game? Like,
There's no
they've confirmed it's no multiplayer.
no multiplayer.
No multiplayer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's so amazing to like meet people with the exact opposite reaction when I hear news like that.
Like, I just feel like there's an opportunity for like a great multiplayer experience with this. Like, even if it's just you and like 3 other friends, like
House wars and all types of events.
Yeah, they can do like events for like the factions where like, okay, everyone picks Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, or whatever, and then like, okay, each week or month or season you're competing towards winning like the House Cup or something. And
or the what is that in with the Goblet of Fire? What was that? The Triwizard? Whatever.
Yeah. That would be so cool. Like, they just split everyone up. Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, so gigantic open world where you get broom, you can get a hippogriff, right? Yeah, here it is, hippogriff.
Yeah,
I'm out of tune with my Harry Potter words. And you can go anywhere. You can go to the Forbidden Woods, the Chamber of Secrets, the Hogsmeade, probably places we've never been to before. Yeah, it looks fantastic.
So you're I saw, I thought it was kind of weird because it kind of puts a little break in the story, but I guess they needed it for age purposes. The way I understand, you're a transfer student going into your 5th year.
I don't know if I know you're right with them going into the 5th year, but I don't know if they're a transfer student or like they're just they're a late bloomer.
I think you'd almost have to be a transfer student because you can't 5th year. That's 5 years of shit that you've missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta think like I guess. Wait, have they said the timing? Is this prior to Harry Potter?
It's 1800s.
Yeah, so you would be going to school around the time that like Dumbledore went to school.
Yeah, so it'd even be pre-dumb. Okay, so yeah, I don't know who the headmaster would be, but yeah, if I was a headmaster, I wouldn't just let somebody. Yeah, you go ahead and go your 5th year. You'll catch up, I'm sure.
I'll tell you what, though, like Harry Potter lore is one of my favorite things to really get sucked into, and I sound like a hypocrite though because I literally have not watched a single Fantastic Beasts movie, which I know are.
Oh my gosh! What the hell? The next one, April 15th.
I know. I need to watch them. I mean, this has got like Fantastic Beasts elements in it. You can rescue animals and send them into your what is it called? Oh my god. The big room. That's everything you always need it to be. Jesus, what is that room called? Anyway, room of requirement. You can send them all there and you can take care of them and you can get crafting stuff from all of them too. But yeah.
So a new Pokemon game.
Yeah, kind of. It's like, Fantastic Beast Pokemon.
Elements. Yeah, there's so much in this. I'm excited. So much in this.
And you're pretty. Let's see. Late 1800s. You can also choose to. I think you can choose to play like more of a bad role too. There's like some stuff about like you can decide to play the dark side of the force. I mean the magic. Because they showed the dude using the killing curse on somebody. It's like, well, okay, this is where like I never understand Harry Potter stuff because they'll be like, oh yeah, it's unforgivable if you use Avada Kedavra or whatever, but it's not. It's totally okay if you grab a goblin and slam him into the ground 15 times and kill him.
Well, or you got like it's okay, I guess, if what was it? It was Ron's mom when she killed Bellatrix. She basically just ricocheted that spell to kill her.
She turned her into bubbles. That was great. I cheered in the movie theater about that. Like, fuck yeah! That's great.
Everybody loves Bellatrix.
I like Bellatrix, but like she tortured Hermione, which in like late middle school and high school, like man, Hermione's kind of like my
was
celebrity
that
crush. She like
I
she
thought
tortured
it was.
her. And she
I
killed
thought it was
Dobby, too.
because of Dobby. Yeah, the whole Dobby thing.
That sucked too. But Bellatrix, I mean, she's a great
which is
character.
so weird. Like, you know, Dobby is such a good character that everybody loved, and then Bellatrix killed him, and everybody hated her. And then, meanwhile, in a completely different, everybody loves Negan, even though he like caved Glenn's head in with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I never got that either.
Even got his own damn spin-off show with Glenn's. No, I'm not going off on this tangent.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that so much. Like
what the hell?
The Glenn and Maggie, or not Glenn, the Negan and Maggie show. They just need to kill The Walking Dead. Like, they need to just kill it.
I still feel like because the problem, I think, is that there was no Daryl in the comic book. We had Glenn, which was like, oh man, what was, damn, I can't even think of the main guy's name now.
Rick?
And yeah, Rick was like Rick's buddy. So I think it meant more. I feel like in the show, if Negan would have killed Daryl, then people would have seen Negan the way people saw him in the comic book. It wouldn't have been as...
Yeah, or even they watered... I mean, we're going on a Walking Dead rant, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's...
like, I like that they've changed stuff up in the show, but, like, a lot of, like, the monumental deaths that they recreated, but with different characters, like, they don't make any sense. Like, the governor, sorry if you haven't watched The Walking Dead from 10 years ago, I guess, but, like, the governor killing Herschel with Michonne's katana, like, no. That should have been someone way more important to this story. Like, that should have been a Glenn moment, or someone more important than, like, the voice of reason. Like, kill Carl. They should have killed Carl in the first episode. The show would have been a lot better.
That's weird. Like, I don't. Carl didn't even die in the comic book.
No, in the comic book, it was Carl and I guess it was Sophia who died in the second season, are like the only two living characters, because Rick dies in like the last comic, or second to last comic, and
I think Carl shoots him.
Yeah, he gets bit or something and turns.
Yeah, he gets bit and turns,
Instead of Rick blowing...
Which is like a lame-ass, like, wait, you gotta go. You take the whole story and everything that Rick goes through, and he goes out like a bitch at the very end. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Well, God, this is a long Walking Dead rant, but the TV, the TV show, when they killed Rick off, like, they didn't commit to it, and that pissed me off more than them.
Doesn't he have like a movie coming out about Rick?
Three movies coming out. And,
let's be done.
They announced that that happened 5 years ago now, and they still haven't even released the first movie. And now they've got like the Daryl and Carol show, and the Negan and Maggie show, and God knows what else they're going to do.
The Daryl and Carol show. I like that.
That's what it's called.
They should name it that.
It's called The Walking Dead, Carol and Daryl. Like
Carol and Daryl.
And then they've got one, The Walking Dead, Negan and Maggie. Like,
oh man,
I wanted to watch that one that was called like The World Beyond or something, that only ran for a season before it got canceled. I thought that would have been cool, but anyway, let's bring it back.
Harry Potter and Hogwarts. Yeah. Oh, hey, Dumbledore was born in 1881. So I don't know if he'll be in this or not.
Yeah, I think it would be before him. But what I wanted to add on to with the curse, wasn't it? The curse wasn't forbidden because it killed people. It was forbidden because of the effects, wasn't it?
I thought it was just because it was like a confirmed kill thing, or maybe it was unforgivable because it was something that was associated with Death Eaters. Maybe.
I think it was part of that too.
Like that, and the Cruciatus curse, and the other one.
It turns your wand.
Yeah. I like the idea of getting, like, go to, I guess, the 1800s version of Ollivanders, where it's probably still John Hurt's character, even though he's long gone, but, like, his character in the movie. And he's giving you a wand that's different than all the other ones. But
Okay, so this is apparently the Ministry of Magic labeled the 3 curses the unforgivable curses in 1717. So that predates a whole lot of stuff.
so,
It doesn't give me a reason why.
and Christopher Columbus got so pissed off about it that he went and discovered America. My history's way off with that. That happened in, like, the 1400s. What the hell is my problem?
We can't kill. I'm going to America.
Oh my god!
I'll make a
I
wand
can't
called
believe
a gun.
I just butchered that so bad. I feel terrible. I'm like a non-drunk version of drunk history. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, probably one of my most anticipated games for the rest of the year. Will be my most anticipated game if Breath of the Wild 2 and or God of War get delayed out of this year, which I don't think God of War will. Zelda might, but another open, like, this game is like the year of open world games. I've done, what, 3 of them now? It's like, oh my god. I haven't even played Horizon yet. It's like, Jesus. Any closing remarks on Hogwarts Legacy before we move on?
If you use one of those curses, it's an automatic life sentence in Azkaban. Automatic, yeah.
So, like, in the game, since they've shown that you can use that curse, does, like, an envelope with a mouth come out and just, like, find you and, like, you need to report to Azkaban, like, and then you just...
I don't know. They probably got to catch you first. You probably get like 5 stars or whatever, or like 5 wands, and then, you know, the oars, you know, they'll come after you. And...
You can just hide behind a tree.
Yeah, just hide in the subway tunnel. It'll be fine.
All right. So I put in the notes a very quick little game, and we've done this before, and it is Tales from the Hard Drive, which is where I give 4 news articles. 3 of them are fake. 1 of them is real, and your job is to determine which one of these is the real article, because they're all so stupid. Oops. Sorry, microphone. So, let's do this real quick. The first one that I have for you is Call of Duty changes its release date to avoid competing with World War III. The second one is life-size Final Fantasy bust has realistic Sephiroth nipples and they're excited to see you. The third one is gamer's service dog barks when his frame rate starts to dip. And the fourth one is Pokemon champion suspended after attempting to register Pikachu nicknamed Fucker.
I'm gonna go with the Sephiroth statue.
Give me a short list of that again.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. So, Call of Duty changes its release date to avoid competing with World War III. Life-size Final Fantasy bust has realistic Sephiroth nipples, and they're excited to see you. Third one is gamer's service dog barks when his frame rate starts to dip. And Pokemon champion suspended after attempting to register his Pikachu nicknamed Fucker.
And we're choosing the false one, right?
No, you're choosing the one that you think is real.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with Pokemon. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Pokemon,
know.
because, yeah, I'm going Pokemon.
Amateurs.
Yeah, I'm going Pokemon. That seems... Even though, I don't know, man, Sephiroth's nipples, I can see a statue where maybe they're a bit too pronounced.
Okay, so the first fake article is Call of Duty changed its release date to avoid competing with World War III.
Yeah, that was Nintendo.
The quote, that again, this is from Hard Drive, so it's all satire, but it says, quote, "Nobody wants to play the next Call of Duty more than I do," said Activision spokesman Nevin Coma. "But if we want our game to be successful, it only makes sense to launch it at a time when a majority of our player base won't be distracted by the release of our direct competitor, Verizon's Skyward Drone piloting software. Based on the demo alone, gamers are going to have their hands full with that one. And not just because it's mandatory. Besides, we need to see what the U.S. does in this Ukraine situation so we can have them fight against a fictional country during that in our next game." Fantastic. The second one that was fake is gamer service dog barks when his frame rate starts to dip. Wait, I just love it. It's got a picture of a dog wearing the little service vest, and it just has like it says 56 frames per second. It's like emblazoned in the side of it. The third and final fake article out of this is Pokemon champion suspended after attempting to register Pikachu named Fucker. The location that the article was based off of is Rustboro City. It says, rising star Pokemon trainer and recent Hoenn champion Ashton Mitchum, age 12, has been put on indefinite suspension for trying to register a Pikachu named Fucker with the League's Hall of Fame. Quote, "Come on, it's seriously not a big deal. I thought it was funny," said Mitchum when questioned on his motives for the sickening act. "I know these 3 other guys at my school who called their Pokemon like way, way worse stuff. My friend Gary called his Blastoise butt toys, like stuff you put in your ass. That's way more grosser. Why are they picking on me?" While Mitchum seemed to be deflecting and downplaying his critics, Pokemon League officials made their disappointment abundantly clear. Quote, "This is behavior we would expect from some other trainers, but not our Ashton," said current Elite Four member and League Chairman Drake. "He is a talented and bright young man, but this sort of behavior has to be nipped in the bud. Pokemon are not meant to be named such obscenities. They are our companions, and they deserve the dignity and respect that comes with being categorized by their species in all caps, followed by an identifying mark of their gender. Anything else is an affront to everything we stand for." Mitchum's suspension may be escalated to a permanent ban after an investigation into his personal PC, which has already been found to contain Pokemon nicknamed Motherfucker, Cocksucker, Poop Shit Ass, and Jeremy.
Yes, Jeremy.
When approached for comment about these latest revelations, Mitchum could be heard through his tears muttering, "Just please don't tell my mom." Yeah, the real article, there is a life-size Final Fantasy bust with realistic Sephiroth nipples, which I will be sending over to everyone. And, yeah, it has realistic nipples. The bust itself is made mostly of silica gel, which I mostly associate with those delicious little white packets that say "do not eat." While I'm very tempted to eat Sephiroth's nipples. And I'm not going to lie, I do have a trivia question prepared. Just know that this trivia question kind of sucks because I got really invested in the hard drive thing and I kind of forgot about the trivia. But I do have one ready, and then we will do that real quick, and then we will start wrapping things up. So, we've been doing this show for going on 100 episodes, and I don't have a log of all the questions I've asked. So there may come a time where I accidentally ask the same question twice. I don't think this is one. I could be wrong, but hopefully I'm wrong with that. But anyway, trivia question for this week is, in South Korea, what video game is officially recognized as a sport? Is it League of Legends, World of Warcraft, Dota, or StarCraft?
Dota.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dota.
I'm going to go League.
I'm going to go with League.
The correct answer is StarCraft.
Wow.
Wow.
Everything stays the same. I guess I've never asked that question before. It's good to know.
Nope.
All right.
Some crazy stuff that goes on Korea with video gaming, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start closing things down. Steven, where can everyone find you and everything you're doing on the internet?
You can find me on SoundCloud, Breaker Beats. You should be able to actually find me on Twitter as well. I don't do too much on Twitter. unless it's promoting a concept or something that I got going on with my music. I'm gonna be getting my Twitch situated there too, and that's the breaks. THABREAKZ. Once I buy the game capture, because I kind of want to wide range and not just keep it straight PC. I kind of want to be out there. But other than that, that's it.
Nice. Michael,
Nice.
what's going on with you?
StalledAction.com. You can find everything there. I haven't been streaming in a bit, and besides like the Ukraine deals and like GameFly sales, I don't think there's a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
But at least I know right now at our store, there's a bunch of stuff on clearance. Light bulbs, cables, and I'm sure other stores are doing the same, just doing like a reset. So kind of get on those clearance deals.
Yeah. Chase, what about you?
I don't really have anything going on. There is a Far Cry 6 is free next weekend, March 24th through the 27th. You can play solo or you can play co-op. And then there is also a Stranger Things crossover happening as well. It's also starting on the 24th. And then if you do decide to buy the game, I believe it's 50% off right now.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm excited that they're starting to hype up the new season of Stranger Things. I didn't think it would happen in Far Cry.
Exactly. No, I didn't either.
We're getting within the. I think it's May is when Stranger Things season 4 comes out, which is like, yay! I got to give Netflix more money, and every time that I renew Netflix just to watch Stranger Things, they've jacked the price up by like another $2 a month. So it's like, God, this gets more expensive every single time I want to watch Stranger Things. Anyway, Richard, what are you doing on the internet?
You can check me out on Facebook and Instagram. No Mini Left Behind. I know I hadn't posted in a while. I've gone through I'm still trying to master miniature photography, which is a lot harder than what you might think. I do have an actual light box now, though. I've been messing around with it. I've been messing around with Lightroom, so hopefully I've got a whole slew of miniatures ranging from Fallout to Bloodborne to Marvel United to Big Trouble in Little China, just tons of them. I don't want to put crappy pictures out, so I think I'm close, and there's going to be a big image dump hopefully soon.
Nice. I would like to give a special shout out to Max, aka Bulletman4, for showing up as we're wrapping up the show. So what's up, Max? You can find me everywhere.
You, Max.
Yeah, love you, Max. Miss you. Anyway, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Meechflow. I'm kind of winding down my all my different projects because I'm about to be really busy with new job and everything. So like I'm trying to, obviously I want to keep this show going, but I kind of decided to put a pin in everything else because I wasn't ready for, last time we talked about projects and stuff, I wasn't planning on having a new job. So this kind of wrapping on everything else so I can have more time to focus on this, and I'm sure my life's going to be crazy for a little while. But anyway, you can find me on everything I do at Meechflow. I'm usually tweeting nonsense, and the only time I ever see Steven on Twitter is whenever he's sometimes liking my stuff. So, so anyway, you can find me on there. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Next Gen Newsweek. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out. Max said, thank you, love you, or love y'all.
Aw.
Well, anyway, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Michael, what's our plug for this week?
This plug is our extraordinary gas prices here in America, which is fucking crazy. There are certain credit cards that you can use to get like 5% cash back though, and then sometimes you can stack that with like the rewards at certain gas stations. So kind of try to pair up those deals together. That way you can get maximum savings. Otherwise, y'all have a great day.
I've noticed that they're starting to come down a little bit. This is a smidge.
Yeah, but like I saw something on TikTok. The 12-piece dinner at KFC is now $50.
and still no console.
What the hell?
Yeah, like the family, the 16 piece is like 65. So
Jesus.
I have a better idea. Hear me out. I have a better idea. Ready? Don't go to KFC. Just buy some fucking chicken at the store.
But how will I get a famous bowl?
Okay, you want to make a famous bowl? Go to Walmart or Kroger or anywhere else. Buy a thing of Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Right? It's like $3. You go buy
Bob
a can
Evans
of
mashed
corn.
potatoes.
Buy a can of corn. Yep.
83 cents.
83
Yep,
cents,
got it.
right? Go get a bag of Tyson chicken strips for like $3, right? And you just cut up like a chicken tender or two. You have more for later, right? You're investing in a lot of chicken, and you just make a fucking famous bowl.
I know you might be being facetious right now, but I literally made my own like last week, and it's damn close, man. So,
I did leave out brown gravy and a biscuit, but that's like again like another $2 or whatever. So
Also,
so
what's
you
the
can
deal
go
with,
go brown or white.
oh yeah,
Like cheese manufacturers is making like thicker shreds of cheese now. Like that's the trend with cheese. They're like, we're not gonna go full cube on you, but here's some thick shreds of cheese. Like,
Max said the
So
chicken's not even that good. Let's go to no, God, I almost said Bojangles. Go to Popeyes. Go to any
Popeyes has the best chicken. Oh my god.
yeah.
Well, as far as fast food chicken goes,
Yeah, Nikki thinks the same way. She feels like it's the best chicken out there.
it is.
I
Oh
don't
my
just
god,
go
it
out of
is.
my way to be like, man, I just want chicken. Like,
I used to love churches, but like, I don't know what they've got going on with their chicken. I don't know if the people who are cutting the chicken up that they're getting the chicken from is going through marital problems, or I don't know what the issue is. But
this is some divorce chicken right here. They
there's
opened up a new Popeyes here in Harrisonville, but like the red bean, I love red beans and rice. Like if I go to Popeyes,
yeah.
that's the only thing I'm getting. But it doesn't taste old enough, and I don't know if that makes sense. Like it doesn't taste
It
like they gave
does.
it love.
welcome
Yeah,
to
I get
Next
ya.
Gen Chicken Week.
Well, and then they stopped serving dirty rice.
Yeah.
Like, man, where's my dirty rice? I want my dirty rice and then my mashed potatoes with the Cajun
Just-
gravy.
Just
I
take
was
your
trying to
take your
figure
Well,
that
they
out.
make the
last
dirty
week. I
rice.
was like,
Yeah, they make the dirty rice like a premium side. I'm like, this is rice you literally didn't wash, and why are you charging premium for it? Is it like Belle Delphine's used socks or something? Like,
Jesus Christ.
well, this week's episode is brought to you by Belle Delphine's used socks.
Oh God, she might come after us for that.
Oh, I hope so. That would actually give us credit.
Yeah, we would probably blow up because she's like
No such thing as bad publicity.
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
We are so
All
small.
press is
Please
good